real nerd. People say I'm a fool, but they never got the news that I'm a wild one. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel dialed, cause you're watching Wild Mike and his real wild child. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel dialed, cause you're watching Wild Mike and his real wild child.
Howdy, folks. This is Wild Mike here, and with me so far is a pain in the ass, Elihu. How you doing?
I think I'm awake. I'm not sure, but I think I am.
So we got Dandelion in the chat so far. How you doing, Dandelion? Let me see if I can bring it up, even though it's just saying good morning. And yes, I am streaming from Mexico, so things will be weird, of course, because it always is.
Everything is always weird with you.
And did you hold on? You did not finish Monarch?
No, I did not get a chance to watch the last episode.
Okay. Let me put it to you this way. Everything that I thought was going to happen in the last episode happened in the last episode. So, yeah, they telegraphed every single thing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was just, I don't know. Is it me? I'm not really enjoying Monarch. Like, I'm watching it for the Monsterverse, but it just doesn't seem, I don't know.
It's a little too family-oriented, not monsterish or monarchy. Because it's supposed to be Monarch, and it's more family-oriented and less monsters and less Monarch.
No, I think my issue with Monarch is it's pointless at this point.
Hi, Bob.
How's it going?
Hi, Bob. Don't you talk to me like that.
No, my issue with Monarch is it seems to be setting up events for a movie that came out years ago.
Yeah, this happened right after G-Day. That's why.
Yeah,
I know, but the thing is, like they're heavily implying, oh, this company that the hacker chick works for, oh, they're related to Apex, the ones that made Mechagodzilla.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, but we already know that because the movie came out. If this series came out before Godzilla versus Kong, then this would be a very interesting, story that we would, and it would be progressing the story between the movies, leaving out these little breadcrumbs. Instead, it's like trying to stretch out a rubber band to connect two plot points that didn't need to be connected. Now that we've seen Godzilla versus Kong and what was the other one? Destroy All Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Godzilla versus Kong and Godzilla King of the Monsters. So basically, what we got going on is Godzilla came out in 2014, so they're going with the world timeline. So this was 1 year later in 2015, and now at the end we find out they've been in the world between worlds, for 2 years, and that puts them in 2017. But if we're going by real time, Godzilla King of the Monsters doesn't happen until 19. And then Kong versus Godzilla, where Mechagodzilla comes into play, doesn't happen until 2021. Yeah, I was wondering the same.
MD, Godzilla destroyed San Francisco in 2014.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said 19.
No. He said he said Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear that part. Apologize.
Yeah, Godzilla was 14. Monarch started out a year later in 15, a year after G-Day. And then at the end of the season, we find out it's 2017 now, but Godzilla King of the Monsters doesn't happen until 19. And then Apex with Mechagodzilla doesn't even happen until 2021. Kong versus Godzilla is 2021. So yeah, I'm a little confused myself. I thought it was a good story overall, a nice way to do the human aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess they're maybe trying to tie in some plot threads for people. I mean, I'm spitballing here.
Don't get me wrong. I don't hate the show. It just seems that it would have been more appropriate to take place before the movie came out. It's kind of like watching. Imagine if Doctor Strange 2 came out and then WandaVision came out.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay,
Yeah,
I understand your
I can
logic.
see where you're going with that.
Okay, that's how it looks like to me. It's why I think the Black Widow movie failed.
Yeah, because we know nothing's going to happen to Scarlett Johansson. Like, oh
Exactly.
no,
We know that. It's
danger.
like,
Oh no,
we
she's
already
okay.
know that the character's dead, so having a prequel now kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah,
The
I didn't even
prequel
like that
should have-
movie.
No, the prequel should have came. If we were going to do that, that should have been the one they did instead of Captain Marvel.
Well, Captain Marvel was supposed to be the big trump card. She's like the powerful member of the Avengers, essentially, but she's also not around.
Well,
So I liked that idea of it.
yeah, but I mean, the whole thing was Scarlett Johansson was already an established character. You could have set that one up in between. I
certainly think that Scarlett Johansson deserved a Black Widow movie long before she got one.
Yes.
She should have got one in phase 2. Let's face it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I wouldn't say instead of Captain Marvel, I would have said in addition to Captain Marvel and before Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah, definitely before Captain Marvel should have been easy. So I tried to watch that movie too, and I never finished it because I was just like, I don't care. I already know. I was like, there's really no point to this.
The Marvels was better than Captain Marvel.
I would actually agree with you there, Elihu, because I think some of the acting was done a lot better. But I didn't hate Captain Marvel. I did kind of like Brie. What's her name? Brie Larson. I wanted to say something else for a second. And Samuel L. Jackson's chemistry. They actually work well as a buddy cop duo type thing. I don't think a lot of people gave him enough credit for that.
One of the things I did say to people, because they were like, oh, we got this woke shit with these male pilots. I was like, dude, that's how it was in the 90s. I was there for this shit.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, but
this kind of shit, okay? I knew. I was telling people, I was like, dude, that's how it was back then.
Women pilots? Yeah, women pilots and men pilots.
And how you doing, Positive Candor? You got your mic turned on?
Probably not. Florida man.
So yeah, that was one of the. So yeah, that was one of the things I did say about the movie. I was like, dude, it was that time in the 90s. Man, when I joined in the late 90s, early 2000s, that shit was still going on, man. They were still trying to fix that kind of crap. It didn't happen until we didn't really start getting really any good traction in that shit until around mid 05, 06 was when policies really started to change worth a damn.
You have to remember back in the days, the Air Force was very particular about women pilots. That's why they asked Sally Ride before she went into space, how many tampons do you need? 50, 60, will that be enough? That's a serious question they asked her. They didn't know about women back then. It's like, no, they can't fly. No, that's a guy thing. So they're trying to make fun of Sally.
No, it's not even just that. It's not even just that. Back in the 90s, that was still.
Yeah, say that again.
You can hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. How you doing, man?
Good.
That's about -3 here with a wind chill saying -31, but man, I believe it because it's frozen.
Nice. It's only 49 degrees here.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is here.
It's only like in the 60s in Florida, but yeah.
Where you at in Florida, Gander?
Close to Jacksonville.
Oh, close to my mom's town. My mom lives in Jacksonville.
Okay. Cool.
I'm
Been there about 35 years now.
I mean, to me, Monarch is kind of like a kiddie version of the movies they've already kind of shown. Just explaining, I guess, the movies they've already shown too, in a way,
Yeah, that's
because it seems like they're going, from Godzilla to spoiler King Kong to whoever
yeah,
else they're going to come up with next. Um, you know,
and it also
they're just going
go
through,
ahead.
and eventually, I think, like you said, they're going to have Mecha Godzilla and whoever else, in there if they continue with it.
Okay, but it also made me dislike Kong Skull Island a little bit more because uh, John Goodman's character in that gets kind of a fairly unsympathetic death.
Squash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it kind of makes sense for that type of movie. But now you go back to watch Monarch and you realize that you learned so much about his character that his death now just feels unneedingly cruel on the part of the filmmakers.
That dude must have been eating a lot on that island and gaining that weight to look like John Goodman. Wow.
I
But it's just
know. I
like-
mean, it took me a while. No, I'd only seen the movies a few times, so I had to actually go and look at some. So I was like, wait a minute, who is this character? I was like, oh, this is the guy from. Oh, this was the John Goodman character. Okay, got it.
Mhm.
And I had to figure all that stuff out, and I was kind of like I was a little on the confused side because I'm not that big into the MonsterVerse like some people are.
Hey, you got a bot.
Yeah, but it's on Twitch. Who cares?
Oh, I see that. Okay, never mind.
I'm not too worried about the bots on Twitch.
But yeah, like you said, they pretty much telegraphed the ending of Monarch. Yeah, I mean,
I'm surprised about how much they telegraphed it. I mean, it's like as soon as episode 1 happened, I'm like, okay, why do we care that this person just died? And then as soon as they go into the the actual under Hollow Earth realm thing that they're talking about, as soon as they did that, I'm like, oh, that's because the mom character is actually still alive, or the grandmother character is still alive.
All right, Elihu, you called it. By the way, you called it.
Hang on a second,
What?
MB. Hang on a second, MB. How the hell did they get to the Hollow Earth without a special ship with that huge gravity pole thing without getting killed? How the hell did they
Okay.
get down there?
Okay, Elihu, here's the thing.
Did
It's
they
not
hit the
just
monster trail?
Hold on. Shut up, Elihu. You asked, I'm going to answer. It's not just the Hollow Earth. It's also an alternate dimension thing. So these whole, you kind of think of it as did you ever watch La Brea?
Yeah, I'm on season 2, episode 4
Okay.
right now.
You know how they fall into the hole and they suddenly in the past?
Yeah.
Similar thing. They fall into a hole and they're in a mixed dimension that's half Earth, half something else.
Okay, because in the movie they needed a special ship because the gravity would rip you apart.
Yeah, well, apparently they explain it by saying that if you go through with a Titan or when a Titan is nearby, they somehow stabilize it.
Yeah, you taking the monster's trail like a semi.
Yeah.
You're
Okay,
basically trapping the monster.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a way for them to explain it without having to go back and change what they are going to say in another movie.
Gotcha. Now, MB, what was I right about?
Oh, you were right about her surviving the fall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you called that all the way back. Remember we talked about that? You called that all the way back in episode 1. You said there were rumors and people thinking about it, and you were on board with that. And I was like, well, as I say in science fiction, we didn't see a body.
Body, yeah. No body, no death.
That's the science fiction trope. If there ain't a body, I don't know if they're really dead.
Or even in comic books, there could be a body that could be in multiple pieces and it could still not be dead.
Hey, we're not talking about Lobo.
I just said comics in general.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, when you look at it, that was the first thing because he was talking about, what if she survived down there? And it was like, well, maybe we didn't see a body.
And then,
Well,
of course, there's all the time dilation. So basically, that
Yeah.
every week or every day in the I'm just going to say MonsterVerse because it just sounds, the way, whatever.
Monster World.
Every day in the MonsterVerse is a year in real time.
No, I don't think so because she was. Well, wait a minute. Is that right?
She was
No,
in there
Come on,
for.
Bird.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. She was down there
down
59 days.
She was down there for
59
57 days, and it was 56 years later.
Ah, thank you.
So I'm guesstimating it's close to every hour or every day is approximately an hour or something, or a year. That's what I meant. Every day down there is a year up here.
Every hour is a day.
Kapla bird.
Kapla. I gotta go downstairs in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Then in that case, I'm going to put Elihu in charge for a second so I can go out to my car and grab my cigarettes because I forgot to do that. I'll be right back.
I'm in charge now. Where's the whip? Hoo-ah-pa! Oh, wait, I'm sorry. MB's already whipped. He's married.
Yep, happily whipped.
So what you guys been up to? Don't say your height.
Dealing with the freeze right now.
Oh, fun.
Okay, so she said she was there 57 days plus 57 equals.
Dude, don't do math. It's too early for math.
Oh, for you it is.
Yeah. Come on, I had to do math to count my quarters. One,
Yep, actually,
2.
yeah, that's actually, he's right. If you add up the math, 59 plus 1959 plus 57 days, she said she was there, it would have been 2016. So right about that.
Yeah, basic math.
Math is math.
That's why that's why I quickly calculated an hours a day. You got 24 hours in a day. You got 30 days in a month. It's about an hour is a day. They have about an hour, 12 minutes, 13 minutes still.
Because they were only there, what, 2 days? And
I did not see the last episode, by the way.
Oh, well, thanks a lot.
I thought you heard and read. I did not finish Monarch, but I did finish For All Mankind.
Yeah, well, at least there's that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll wait till Mike gets back for that one.
Yeah, he's all caught up finally.
Yeah, thank God for some things.
Oy.
Oh man, it may have been a slow burn this season, but that was definitely interesting. The ending.
Well, we know that they didn't find any alien microbes. Otherwise, they would have mentioned that. Because it's been 10 years. I'm like, hello. Guess nothing was found.
Nah, they might put that in season 2 when it starts showing you the, remember how they do those timeline things? They'll show us that. So,
like the wrench 2 years earlier. Like,
yeah,
I remember that wrench. That's the gun. Yep.
Yep. That was interesting. But it is definitely going to be interesting to see because they're jumping to 2012 now and they're already mining it. But here's the thing. Back on Earth, you've got some real world consequences going here.
Yeah, the nations were fighting because they got a piece of rock stolen from them. Margaret was right. If the Goldilocks comes to Earth, nobody's going to care about Mars anymore. They got all the funding and resources they need right there for years. But if it goes to Mars, then they still got a fun, happy valley and continuous. So yeah, Margot was right. Exploration. Margot was right. She did the right thing by confessing for Leah.
Well, she did it to protect the lead.
Yeah.
Which, of course. All right, Mike, we're talking about For All Mankind now. Mike.
I don't know.
There he is again. But there you are, Mike.
Sorry, I brought up the wrong vial mic.
Shiny. Oh, that is a glare, dude. Seriously, that's a glare.
Yeah, I could not go outside right now. It's a little cold out here.
Nipply?
Well, like I said, -3. Windshield says it's -30.
At least I coffee and I got my heater.
And a T-shirt. Look at that.
Well, I'm waiting on my beer to thaw out for my space heater because I left them out in the outside for an hour and 15 minutes and they already froze. Hey, that just means I got to nurse them. But here's the thing. Here's going to be the interesting thing. So you have Margot. The USSR has now revoked her diplomatic immunity. So she is, of course, going to go to trial for two key things: treason and sabotage.
Yes.
Because she took the hit for Alita.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody's going to believe it because, you know, that's just how she is. But I mean, that's pretty much it for her character.
Yeah, she was old. It's 10 years later. I think she's dead. But what really was cool was they scratched her name off the wall.
Yes.
Oh
No,
my gosh.
I don't think it was her. I think it was other people doing that as soon as she was alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They scratched her name off the wall. Like, wow.
Well,
I don't think her. I mean, the time jump apparently is only
10 years.
10 years. 10 years now. So Ed is going to still be around. Margot is still going to be around.
It's 90 years old.
I think, you know, yeah, you know, and Elena and.
Yeah, but she's going to be charged, and trust me, she got charged and convicted of treason and sabotage. She's in a federal maximum security prison right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think they have
over.
plans for Margot, despite her going to jail.
All right. But here's my issue with the season finale. Every other season finale For All Mankind has literally been about bringing people together, getting over this political bullshit, using science, and bringing people together through science. This time, it was all about, let's fuck over other people for money.
No, it was about fucking over other people for a wider prospect. Like Ed and the one owner of Helios said, it's like if they get that asteroid to Earth, the space program's done.
Yeah, basically, Margot was right.
No, it wouldn't. The space program wouldn't be done because they'd still need to mine the damn thing in outer space.
Yeah, Mars is over. All they have is low orbit shit. That's all they're going to concentrate on because Goldilocks in Earth orbit. They got trillions of dollars right there for years and years to come. They don't need to go to Mars anymore. Margot was right. They need to go to Happy Valley to fund that stuff for exploration.
I get that, but the thing is, it's still stupid because Helios is a private company. They could still be doing the whole sending people to Mars shit.
Yeah, but they needed the Goldilocks because Goldilocks is the key thing that's going to continue making Happy Valley and Mars a thriving and sustainable colony. If that had been taken away, there would have been
a sustainable colony. They already had the water. What they needed was capital.
Now
my problem is instead of finding that capital on Mars, they had to find it somewhere else.
No, the thing is, Mars was not a colony. It's a base. It's an institution. It's not a home. They're trying to make it a colony into our home. It's like, no, this is my house. What Ed said, this is my home. This is home.
I agree with you, Elihu, that the problem with that is there's not enough people yet on Mars to justify what they just did.
There will be now.
Yeah.
There will be now. That's the point. Do you know how many of those coal miners and those roughnecks are going to flock to Mars to work that asteroid?
But I'm saying,
just like the beginning of the season,
this whole thing would have made more sense if it was season 5.
Okay, I got to go downstairs. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll be back in a minute.
this whole season seemed to be a season ahead. It should have been season 5. They should have done a different story about stuff happening on Mars for season 3.
Well, what this is going to do is going to shake up the political spectrum, because remember, this is a political embarrassment. Considering I follow politics, let's look at it this way. For the Gore administration, this is an embarrassment. To the USSR, this is a disaster. That's why you saw the Roscom lady, head of the space program. She's under investigation. Dude, she's not going to have her job. And the guy who was running NASA, once they found out there was, once it was leaked that they were abusing people over there, dude, he's losing his job. He's going to lose. He's going to have to either resign or Gore's going to have to fire him.
But I also don't like the fact that we didn't have enough time with that character. Who's the actor? I should know him. Wasn't he one of the Home Alone guys?
Yes.
I should remember his name. I can't remember his name. We didn't have enough time to learn to like this character.
Well,
we need an extra season, I think. In all honesty,
there's always a possibility his character can come back in the next season. It's not saying that's the end of his character, but he's definitely not going to be the director of NASA anymore.
But I don't want to see the guy fall yet. I wanted to like his character before I see him fall. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I don't think he was being unlikable. I think he ran into a problem where, remember, in the very beginning, Al Gore said to him on the phone, "Hey, I told the American people the Cold War is over, and this is not looking good for my administration." So the guy was put under a lot of pressure. And remember, the whole point was originally it was going to go to Mars anyway, but then they tried to hijack it and send it over to Earth and screw over Mars and the people on Mars. And like they said, that was going to kill the Mars operation. Yes, Helios could have sent people, but without the Goldilocks and NASA and Roscom and all the other, and the North Koreans and stuff, the funding would have dried up. Even Helios can't afford all that.
That's the thing, is think about how the ISS is still being handled today.
I don't know
what
the ISS is.
The ISS are going to give it a token amount of money to keep it operational, even though it's long past its time.
Oh, the International Space Station. Sorry.
And I think that's what would have happened with Mars. They would have slashed the budget, but they still would have probably sent stuff every once in a while. And Helios could have slack bringing people to Mars.
Well, like
Envy, let's face it.
Yeah.
Elon Musk were to walk up to you right now and hand you a ticket to Mars, would you take it?
Me? No.
I hate Elon Musk, and I still would take the ticket. I'd love to go to Mars.
Dude, I'm acrophobic. Do you really think I want to go into space?
But there's no up or down in space.
There's the up when I have to go up. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I never liked the idea of being on a submarine. I don't like the idea of being in a vacuum.
Oh, I guess we're two different.
One thing this show has taught me is that you should be afraid of space.
Oh, no. I would still love to go to space. I know I don't have the body for it, and I'm tall according to NASA, but still I'd go. What about you?
I know a lot of people who would have gone. Maybe when I was younger I would have gone, but yeah. I'm not William Shatner, man. I'm not going to be 90-something years old and going into space.
Oh, if money and training wasn't an issue, I'd go to space at any point in my life. I don't care.
I think there's a lot of people who would do the same. All right, I'm going to Gelogia real quick.
Uh-oh. So everyone's AFK. Gandor, are you there?
Yep. Okay.
If you had a chance to go to Mars, would you go to Mars?
Sure, why not?
See? Okay, at least you're on my side. What about the people in the chat? Would you guys go to Mars if given the chance?
I mean, I'd rather go somewhere else than Mars, but yeah. I mean, I'd rather go as far as you possibly can go. Just go. Who cares?
It
Probably won't live to see go to Alpha Centauri or whatever. That's where I'd rather go. Won't live to see it, but just go for the hell of it. That's where I
well, it's
would go.
present technology. If we were to build the fastest spaceship we possibly could, it would at most be able to go about 45 to 50% the speed of light. Alpha Centauri, I believe, is about 3.5 to 4 light years away. So we're talking, including
Alpha Centauri is
decel.
4.5 light years away.
Sorry,
Alpha Centauri is 4.5 light years away.
4.5. Well, it's still going to be at least a 10-year trip just to get there.
Well,
Minimum.
right now it takes about 7 months to get to Mars.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm talking
That's
if we are.
that's what I would shoot for. I'd shoot for 10-year trip, knowing that I'll never come back. I wouldn't come back either.
Yeah.
It'd be just a one-way trip, and if I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. That'd be the way I look at it.
First person to die in another solar system.
Yeah. Well, still the same solar system. What are you talking about? The first person to die in interstellar space. Okay.
Voyager 2 is still in the Oort cloud, okay? We still haven't left our own solar system. It's barely on the edge of it. We got about another 5-6 years before it actually officially leaves.
You weren't here when I said if we were to build a spacecraft that could travel the fastest possible with today's technology, money not being a factor, it could go approximately 45 to 50% the speed of light.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying it would be about a 10-year trip to Alpha Centauri. Including acceleration and deceleration, because we wouldn't be going, leaving Earth at 45% the speed of light. It would take us probably to get to that speed.
So, hey, question. So we're in 2012 now. How old is Ed's grandson now?
He should be about 18, 19.
Yeah.
They'll probably feature him more.
Yeah.
In season 5, probably have him and Kelly together discover, or I guess they'll say that they've discovered some life in the crater that they were looking at.
Yeah, they're supposed to look for microbes, but I'm like, they didn't mention anything. They just showed Goldilocks and the mining stations. I'm like,
they kind of skipped that. They kind of skipped the finding life story, so they'll probably feature that in season 5. That they find life.
Yeah, at least the microbe, come on, or a microlyzed fossil or something.
Well, remember, on real world, we haven't discovered life on Mars yet, so.
I know, but it's science fiction fantasy. That's why I say at least a fossilized microbe, not a real live microbe, but a fossilized one.
But that, like you said, that might be what I would see that being. That was probably a seed sown for this, because remember, when Alita started out in the very first season, she was just one of those people trying to get across the border. And that was really mostly what it was about. Her character wasn't, it was like, what is this character? And then they've had long-term plans with these characters. They pretty much know the arcs they're going with them.
I could see Alita being the head of NASA when we get to 2012. I could
see that taking Eli's job?
Yeah. I could see that happening.
Yeah.
I could see, I think that is what's going to happen eventually. She will be the head of it.
See, I would to see the complaints that people have on Twitter if Alita is made the head of NASA, because she literally started off as an illegal immigrant.
Oh shit, yeah.
In the 60s.
So this series is pretty much, kind of showing stuff that's occurring now. In a way.
It's
remember when they crossed the border, it was in the 60s.
So you can have all these illegals crossing our border. So of course she's going to be the head of NASA. Come on, I mean,
and if it becomes a colony, I could easily see them having like illegal immigrants to Mars.
yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, you had a bunch of people at the end. One wife and a bunch of other people showing up to Mars. So Mars is going to be the hit. the place to escape from the stupidness of Earth, basically.
It's the new
You know,
world.
you don't.
It's like Europe and America, the new world. Let's escape from all this
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Escape from all the bull BS and go to Mars. Hell yeah, I'm for
Kind
that
of
shit
like,
right now.
kind
You
of
know.
like the Expanse. Kind of like on the Expanse, why people wanted to immigrate to Mars.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, you know, instead of shipping all these people across our border, ship them to Mars. That's what I say right now.
Get your ass to Mars. Get your ass to
You know,
Mars.
have them build a Mars base for us. So what if they die? They're illegal immigrants. You know.
I'm just so glad they don't have a red tint to the Martian sky. Like, come on, stop filtering the shit. NASA stopped it a couple years ago.
I mean, you got what is it? How many people across so far? 18 million or some shit. Got 8 million, whatever the hell it is. So you got
Years.
8 million people that you can send to freaking Mars or whatever it is. It'll probably be 18 million by the end of this year. But
What are
anyway,
you talking about, man? Turning Mars into the next Australia penal colony?
yeah, hell yeah.
Well, that'd be
Send
wonderful.
you send all your riffraff to Mars. Who cares if they make it or not? You know, or to the moon, whichever you prefer. You know, I don't care which place you send them to.
So I'm curious. We're going into 2012. So the 90s, really, when we got in the 90s and the 2000s, that's really an era, you know, a lot of us are very familiar with. So it's going to be 2012. Gore was president. Gore was president in what was it, 2003, Elihu? That was the
Yeah.
year. Yeah, 2003 to 2005, because I believe they said it was about a 2-year stretch. Because the one guy said he was almost done with his 2-year tour. So, who's going to be president in 12? Is it going to be? Are they going to use Obama?
No,
Or
they're
is
gonna use no. It's gonna be a black woman.
You think so?
Yes,
But
I think it's gonna be a black woman.
Danielle. Danielle will be president. I'm predicting.
No, that's a good call because that's a good call. Instead of a black man, a black woman, and it'd be that's
It's
a
going
good
to be
call.
Danielle.
Danielle, I like that idea.
Oh,
Yes.
Danny being president.
Yeah, I
Yes.
like that.
Why not? Why not? Well, why
Yeah,
not?
exactly.
Ellen Wilson was president. I don't know though. Would she really want to go with that route? I mean, she was
Yes,
very
her
happy to
her,
see.
Yes.
her, her
Yes.
husband would encourage her. Yes, her husband. Yes.
Yeah.
I could
That's
see
what's
that.
gonna.
Dude, I
Hold on.
could see that. I could absolutely see that.
He's the one
Hold
that
on.
talked to her going back to Mars. So yeah, he would encourage her.
Well, not only that, look at it. She's an American hero.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think? Hold on, because I have this idea. Do you think 9/11 is still going to occur in this
It didn't
timeline?
happen.
No.
No, it didn't happen.
No.
Because we have not relied on. Remember, all the way back in the episodes, they said in the 80s, the Russians did not invade Afghanistan. So all that shit didn't happen because of the new fuel energy we had, our reliance on fossil fuels. So if you notice, probably Black Hawk Down didn't happen, 9/11 didn't happen, the USS Golden, because we're not focusing on that region.
Yeah, the Baghdad Museum is still the best in the world.
I disagree because of an issue. One of the reasons 9/11 was chosen was because it was based on a date of 9/10 from an attack that occurred in the 1950s, which was before a lot of this stuff split off because it was an Israel-Palestine thing.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We are not told we have never been told what's going on in the Middle East. You know, that's not been brought up. That's not a factor because the only importance we have in that area is pretty much the oil shit. I mean, that's really the only reason we've ever been involved in it.
But oil production is still going to be needed, even if with the H3 production.
It's going to be needed. Okay, yes. Of course, you're still going to need the oil, but not like we do now. That's already been established in this timeline.
Lubricants. That's what oil is used for.
Well,
not for fossil fuels, but lubricants.
Other products. So I could easily see it still happening, maybe for different context reasons, or at least they'll say it's for reasons.
Like
but the religion is still there.
You're roboting.
Crap, of course I am.
It's Mexico, man.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean they left a lot of things, not touched on, like the one Sergei's wife. Obviously, I guess she found out that he was killed. I would imagine, by taking his side trip to Houston or whatever. But he was living in Iowa or some shit like that, I think.
Yeah,
So
Sergey was killed.
yeah, so yeah, they're not gonna ever show his wife again. But yeah, they left a lot of stuff. They forgot to wrap up a ton of stuff that they covered in all the episodes. And then Miles, I never could get to like Miles.
The
Um,
black
huh?
the black market guy, because NB said who
Yeah.
was that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the black market guy.
I've been him. I've been him. I was him in the military a few times.
Yeah, I believe it.
Oh, I was.
Yeah, I agree with you positive about his arc. I didn't really
Yeah,
appreciate
it's kind of stupid, but
I disagree. He was just the everyday man.
Well, the problem he was
no,
man until
not really.
take my issue.
I don't know. He proved rather resourceful in a lot of ways.
No, I think he proved to be lucky.
Oh yeah, he was extremely.
There's an old saying. You ought to know this, Mike. Better lucky than good.
So yeah, I don't see him. I mean, because he should be going back to his wife now.
Yeah, I don't.
Unless they decide to arrest them after all, I don't see any future for his story once he goes back.
No, I don't. And considering they talked about the abuse that happened, and he was beat up by a KGB agent and a CIA agent, and all that shit happened. Yeah, but his story arc definitely wrapped up. I mean, he wasn't the best character. I agree. He got better towards the end, but yeah, he was kind of.
Now the Korean guy, I liked the Korean guy that finally got his wife, reunited.
The first man on Mars. Yeah, he was the first man.
Yeah, the first man. Yeah, the first man on Mars. I liked it. That was a good wrap up. So his story is basically probably done.
I disagree because he's not going to leave Mars.
No.
No.
All he wanted was his wife there, so he can be happy, and his wife's there, and he can never go home again.
And
that's true. Well, maybe he'll have. I guess maybe they could have kids. I guess or something, right?
Speaking of the Korean guy, once they did the intro for the final episode involving his gun, did anyone else immediately assume that Danielle was going to be the one shot? I assumed she was going to be shot and killed as soon as they found the gun.
Well,
I did not.
They talked about. They originally were going to have her die, Danny, because I read all the stuff about it. But then they decided, no, we want her to live, and I think that's why she's going to be president.
During the gun struggle in the hallway, I'm like, okay, Ed and Danny are there. One of them's going to get shot.
One of them.
One of them.
I
didn't know who. I was shocked. Like, it's Danny.
I immediately thought that Danny was going to be the one who shot, and I assumed she was going to be killed.
Yeah,
that's how they originally wrote it, for her to die, and that's why you saw the scene. What it looked like was she was going to die, but then they decided, no, we're not gonna kill you. We're gonna have you reunited with your your daughter who had a child and stuff.
They should have saved it for next and let us think she died the entire time.
No, that would have been bad.
They should have just killed her off.
No, they shouldn't have just killed her off. She's too important a character.
Yeah, which is why I think she'll be president next season.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm with Elihu. Once that gun was found and everything, I was like, okay, either Danny or Ed's going to get shot. Yeah, I'm on the same page with you on that one. Now, I didn't know if it'd be Danny or Ed. I thought it'd be Ed. I did not expect it to be Danny, but there was a 50-50 flip a coin.
Usually, when there's like a tension on a show or movie, you get the person who wasn't shot.
Well, they said
she reacted first, not him. I'm like,
yeah. They said that they picked Danny because that would be the one person who would stop the fight for sure.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
That's why they picked Danny to get shot. You know,
because Danny, despite anything else, she was still respected.
Right.
And even Ed was like, you know, he was there holding her hand. He's like, I'm here.
Yeah.
And he's like, all that shit went out the window after that.
They're old friends. They're going to throw it out the window, please. His oldest friend is hurt and injured. Yeah, he's going to throw it out the window.
Yeah, they may have had ideological differences. They may have done some things, but to see his best friend, for lack of a better term, his sister, their brother and sister, basically. After everything they've been through, the bond they have, I said it's not going to get broken that easy. And once she got hurt, Ed's like, fuck this shit. I got to take care of my sister.
You'll be okay. You'll be all right. Right in the background, I'm like, yes, Ed. Now kill her off.
All right, be right back.
No, I mean, the only major death was at the beginning of the season with the one guy, the Russian, who was the first one on the moon. Think about it.
They shouldn't have killed him off.
He was the only major death. And of course, they said Danny killed himself too. You know, the one that, which is why his story arc is obviously over. You know, the other Danny that they took to the capsule to live out his life, you know.
Well, I'm not surprised he did that. That dude was so unstable. And Danny was right to correct him. He goes, Ed, I begged you not to bring him here.
Yeah. But still, I mean, that last time she visited and he begged to come back, I knew right then if she don't take him back, he's done.
He's going to kill himself.
Yeah. That's what he did.
Alive himself, however we have to say it nowadays.
Yeah. and he died, you know, just sitting out there on, by the rock or whatever the heck it was. Now, I thought I thought the wrench was close to that capsule with the gun, you know?
I thought so too.
Yeah, but
so I think that was an error. Thought that was an error in continuity, but whatever.
No, you got sand dunes that build up a blockage of view, so it was probably in the same area.
Okay, well, whatever. But I could have swore that wrench was pretty close to the capsule where they buried the gun, but whatever, you know. Anyway.
Yeah, but I'm not surprised that Danny did that. I mean, that's too bad about Gordo's kids, man. I mean, whew.
Yeah, his whole family is cursed, basically.
Yeah. Well, his grandson should be getting to that point, so maybe they'll bring him in as a character.
Maybe.
Well, at this point now, if I remember correctly, reading the highlights, the youngest son only got 12 years, so he should be out by now. I wonder if they'll bring him back
for the bombing.
It's possible. It's
possible.
I kind of doubt it, but yeah, it's possible, I guess. I mean, if he works, maybe he could be a Russian agent or something like that, I guess, or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, double agent. But yeah, you could tell Irina is screwed because it looks like she got replaced while she was gone.
Yeah,
or whatever. So she'll probably be killed. And then,
oh yeah, she's going to get the KGB treatment just like she's done to so many other people.
Yeah, so that's justice for her. And then I still see it's basically always going to be, I guess, between the U.S. and the Soviets. This show, you know, I don't think they're ever going to change that dynamic. You know, I don't think they're going to bring in China or well, maybe they will bring in
noticed that they haven't brought in China at all, which makes me wonder. But at this point, ooh, yeah, I mean, at this point, what I looked it up. This show, the writers are planning for 7 seasons, so we got at least 3 more seasons left. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to go about it after this, because it's going to be very curious to how.
Well, you figure, okay, this season's 2012. I think season 6 would be 2024 or 5, depending on what year it is at the time, maybe of a jump, and then you go into maybe the far future for the last season, I guess.
They're going every 10 years, so.
Well, yeah, approximately. So I could see, this. They already pretty much said, well, unless they decide to do a little bit of a skip from 2012. I guess we'll see. But I could see 2012, 2024, 2025, whatever, to current times, and then the last season being 2050 or something like that. Way in the future or something.
I like your idea. I like your guys' idea about Danny being president. I mean, she'd actually have so much backing.
Except for the blunder about Goldilocks, that's the only thing she'll have down on her.
Well, I don't think she is going to be blamed for that. She was
in charge of Happy Valley. She was in charge of the mission to get Goldilocks to Earth. She failed.
Well, but NASA's and Russia failed.
Yeah, but she was in charge of the mission.
But she was in charge. She's gonna get a majority of the blame. I mean, that's just how things work in the real world.
Okay, well then.
Yeah, but there's also the fact that that's about the one thing, because she was the first American Black woman on the moon. She was the first woman on Mars. I mean, she's got so much. So
she has to be the first Black president, female.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. In fact, it would work.
I can see her getting the blame for everything.
Well, it would be interesting
because and still becoming president.
Well, it would be interesting because then you could have what was her name? Ella.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one who became president. And that would be interesting to see those two, see her coming to guest appearances. Like, wow, how far the Nixon women have gone. But I could definitely see that. That would definitely be interesting. And yeah, her husband would fully support it.
We'll see. How long? When do they expect season 5 to be released?
I'd imagine 2025.
Yeah, I think at least a couple years from now. I would imagine.
Like next year.
Well, that's right. They've been doing a season every year, haven't they? So yeah, it would be next year.
Let's see. For All Mankind, started in 19. Let's see when the season. Let's see. 19, 2021, 2022, 2023. Could we actually see no, there's no way we can see a season this year.
No, I don't think it'll be this year, no.
Actually, I disagree with I'm going to say this, okay? So let's see. When it first aired, it was November to December of 19. And then 2021, February to April. Then June of 2022 to August of 2022. Then November of 23 to January 23. I'd say probably late 24, early 25.
Yeah, sounds about right. So yeah, if that's the case, then if they do make it 2012, then I could see season 6 being 2020, maybe 7 or so. As close to it as possible to current times. Unless they're going to make the final season be the current time one. I guess we'll see. If they only skip 10 years or whatever.
According to right now, at least as of 2 days ago, 5th season has not been commissioned yet. There's still plans to do 7 total seasons, but season 5 has not been even started.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely not till next year. Okay.
Yeah,
So
probably definitely 2025.
According to the best estimates, it'll be early 2025.
Yeah, that I could definitely play.
January,
So-
February, probably.
So we only got to wait about a year at minimum.
Yay.
And depending on certain things, they said it might be a back half of 2025. So we're talking about after July minimum.
Yay, birthday present.
Well, that writer strike kind of fucked things up, and the actor strike.
Yeah, they're saying that that's one of the reasons it hasn't been commissioned yet. And Daniel Stern is his name. I couldn't remember his fucking name, but yeah, that's his name.
Has anyone of you guys got a chance to watch Ted?
No.
No.
No, I have no interest. I have no interest in watching this new Ted show. It's going to be stupid. I can tell.
Wait, I'm sorry. When you said Ted, the first thing that popped in my head is the Seth MacFarlane Talking Bear movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're making a show.
They already
They made a show now.
They made a show. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen.
I'm sure it's going to be dumb as hell.
Actually, it wasn't.
Okay.
Well, I'll take your word for it, but I'll wait till it's fully out before I start watching it.
It is fully out. He didn't
Crap.
drop it for a week. He dropped all the episodes.
Well, I've still got a whole bunch of other things I got to watch beforehand. I think the next show I'm going to try to watch is Echo. I still need to go back and watch Doctor Who.
Oh, Echo.
Yeah, I thought Echo was okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it was great. It explained a lot of things with Echo and Kingpin, obviously.
Yeah, they actually visually confirm it's the exact same Kingpin from the Netflix Daredevil series because that one shot.
Oh yeah, it's Kingpin.
Yeah, it was actually confirmed on screen finally. People was like rumors. Is it really the same Kingpin, multiple universe, different similar universe next to it, or is it the same one? Which one is it? No, they showed a screenshot from the Netflix show. Okay, it's the same Kingpin. It's all connected now, which means Iron Fist connected. Jessica Jones is canon. Iron Fist is canon now. I'm like,
they've canonized all their shows now.
Yeah,
all
on the
those
menu.
Shows, yeah.
On the menu, Echo's under Defenders.
What's funny about that is, sorry for interrupting you, NB, but I just wanted to get this out real quick. That means Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the only season that's technically canon is the first season. Because after that, once they start the time travel stuff, it's no longer canon to the rest of the MCU.
No, after Gravitron, it becomes no canon.
In what season was that?
I forgot what Gravitron was because she's like, what we got Thanos up there. It's like, no, the Avengers take care of that. That's when it splits.
Okay.
I don't know. I lost track of it at that point. Now, I saw Echo. I didn't think it was that bad. It was okay. The first couple episodes I thought were pretty decent. It was the latter three, and then the last episode where it was kind of a Deus Machina. And it's kind of like, you guys really didn't flesh this out as well. And it seemed like it was really badly cut together, those last three episodes.
The last episode was cut together.
Oh, God, that last episode was cut together very poorly.
Yeah.
So it was an editing. It's not an acting or directing issue.
Yeah. Well, I did admire the no one-itis fights. No more attacking one at a time. I'm like, thank you, two guys attacking her. Thank you. I hate one-itis fights. You got one guy got kicked on the ground. He's like, he stayed on the ground. He's like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with this. I'm like, now that I like. He's all cowering in the back. He's all cowering there. I'm like, now that I like. He's cowering. He's not just laying there.
Do you know what that trope is called on TV tropes?
What?
Conservation of ninjutsu.
Oh.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was the worst of them. I actually thought it was okay. I think if they had
And
done better with it, and I think it was honestly the editing was just really shitty.
Okay,
and believe it or not, I watched Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
why?
I, I and I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. It's not great. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't hate it. Um, but I thought the ending was quite satisfying. I liked the ending a lot in the Dial of Destiny.
I still remember the
Uh,
time two old
I'll
ladies
be
in
honest
the
with you. I
theater.
did watch it, Positive Candor, but I didn't. I don't remember too much from it because I don't know. Parts of that movie I was just blocking out as I'm watching it. It was just so I don't know
Well, don't get
blah.
me wrong. Everything that Indiana Jones did in the movie, I was like, yeah, this is an 80-year-old, well, 70, whatever, however old he is, man, doing all this stuff. Yeah, no, that takes you out of it. Don't get me wrong,
PC,
but
what took me out of the movie was every time Indy did something, you hear dun 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 dun, dun over 60 times in
oh,
the movie. I'm like, enough of
well, yeah,
that.
of
I
course,
hated that.
they gotta play the indie fanfare as much as possible, man. Come
Every
on.
time he does something, you hear his theme song. Like, that's a dumb trope. Come on, I'm sick of this already.
Yeah,
Every
don't get me
single
wrong.
time.
No, don't get me wrong. The movie plot wise is absolutely stupid. It's a stupid plot. Okay.
Yeah, the anti-catheric device. I'm sorry, I pronounced
Yeah,
it wrong
the
again.
time
Yeah,
travel device,
things all
and
rusty. Come on.
I thought it was fitting where they when what period they traveled to. Don't get me wrong. I thought, oh, okay, that's justice for the
Yeah,
stupid German Nazi guy. But yeah,
yeah, but Archimedes was
uh,
never credited for inventing that device. Nobody knows who invented it. Nobody knows exactly what it does. It's all
yeah,
rusty
well,
and corroded. It's in
you
several
know,
pieces. I'm like, what the hell?
yeah, well, they definitely took liberty with a lot of stuff
Well,
for
let's
this
face it.
movie.
Indiana Jones has been taking liberties with
Yeah,
technology and
yeah,
magic and mythology since day one.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Since the frickin' Ark of the Covenant. So come
Really?
on.
Yeah,
yeah,
and the movie he says he doesn't believe in magic, but yet there's the covenant, there's the stones, there's what the hell? Come on, Indy. You got the cup. You don't believe in magic? Really?
Yeah.
uh,
Thought he was going to say, I don't believe in the Force for a second. But anyway, but I like the ending, and that's the only reason I like the movie was because of the
sorry.
ending.
NB had to put in the chat. Only 3 indie movies there are, no more, no less,
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
and only two
Thor
of them
is
are good.
yeah, Thor, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is absolute garbage.
Oh yeah.
This one is garbage, but at least the ending, I like the ending. Okay, that's how I'll put
Okay,
it.
Crystal Skull is hot garbage.
Yeah,
Dial of
and this
Destiny
is
is a trash fire, but at least it's keeping you warm.
yeah, yeah, basically, yeah.
You know, PC, I still remember the comment from these old ladies in the movie theater when I was watching Dial of Destiny. We're opening, right? And these little ladies like, yes, yes, hot Indy. Then they cut to the old man without a shirt on. He's like, this isn't Indy. We should go see the other movie. And they left.
Yeah, I like how
Right. I'm gonna go get
well
more coffee. I'll be right back.
at the beginning, of course, you have de-aged
Yeah,
Indy
yeah.
at the beginning of the movie. Okay, and yeah, as soon as they switch to old Indy waking up shirtless for crying out loud and yelling about the music, I was like, okay, yeah, this movie is turned into crap. But yeah,
Did you notice the Easter egg in the apartment when when he was banging on the door?
I guess not.
That was Marion de-aged.
Oh, on the refrigerator,
No,
her
that was when
picture.
no when Indy was banging on the door and that woman appeared right next to that
Huh?
guy. That was
Huh?
Marion de-aged.
Oh, that was Marion with the guy.
Yeah, that was her. They de-aged her. They had a whole bunch of dots on her face, and they digitally de-aged her to make her look 20 years old just for that one scene.
Oh,
Why?
Because the
Yeah,
director
wow.
wanted to have an Easter egg.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll have to maybe watch
No, I didn't
watch
see
that
it.
again. I
Look,
don't know if I want to watch it again, but I might watch it just for that part. Okay.
look, I watched Kingdom of the Crystal Skull once, and that was it. I am not watching Dial of Destiny. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, yeah, I would watch it again if I had to.
That's why that's why you said when you saw it. That's why I said why.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't ask. I said it.
I mean, it's just regular garbage. You know, it's the whole story. Of course, it's all stupid. Okay,
Yeah,
but you know, it's still at least a movie that. Well, I guess it's just the ending for me saves it. If it didn't have that ending, I guess I wouldn't like it at all then.
Yeah, they
But
had to
because
kill off.
of
They had to kill off Charlotte LeBeau in the war.
$300 million.
what? That's how much it costs to make it.
Yeah, not including marketing.
Okay. Well, it flopped hugely. Don't get me wrong. And they'll never make another one again, thankfully.
No more indie, unless they want to go
Yeah,
back
I
to the Young
mean,
Indiana Jones series and revive that. Since no more River
yeah,
Phoenix,
yeah,
but
they could. Yeah, well, the River Phoenix is dead too, but
yeah,
yeah.
but they can revive the show again if they want to. Because since Hollywood is
Well,
trashing
yeah, there's
everything.
there's no reason to visit Indiana Jones ever again. His story is done to me. Don't don't be looking for some goofy archaeological artifact anymore in any other movie, basically.
Well, they are making a
Uh,
live action cartoon movie. I forgot what it was called. Shit, what was it? I'll think. Hang on.
I mean, I
How
mean
to
the.
Train Your Dragon. They're making a live action How to Train Your Dragon.
Are you fucking
Well, that's going to be
Yeah,
dumb, but okay.
Seth Rogen is reprising his role as Hiccup's dad.
Now, I heard that our George R. Martin is having a bunch of his shows as cartoons or whatever that
Good.
he's trying to spin off. You know, for his Game of Thrones thing, he's making them into cartoons because it's easier, I guess, for his, you know, supposedly, except for the ones that you know already are definitely making live action, which is you know House of the Dragon season 2, I guess, sometime this year.
Well, that
And
tidbit was for the Vile Child, since she's a huge How to Train Your Dragon fan.
oh, okay, I got you.
She's not up here. She's still asleep. She's still a kid,
Oh,
so she's asleep.
yeah, I got you.
Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Vile Child's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh shit!
Oh, happy birthday!
So, as of tomorrow, I will only now have 2 teenage daughters instead of 3, because she will be turning 20.
Wow.
You're an old man.
I'm not even 40 yet. Leave me alone.
You're an old man.
I didn't really get into Game of Thrones.
You're an old man.
I'm
You're an
not-
old man in Mexico, Mike.
Well, this is gonna be fun. Hit the wrong button. This is gonna be funny because I picked this up yesterday, and so I'm gonna have some brandy with my coffee.
Oh my gosh! Well, CNA
Yeah.
strength, caffeine, nicotine,
Yeah,
alcohol.
there it is. There's that old timer disease setting in already.
But I like brandy personally, but I think it's funny because I know some people that call it an old man's drink. So it's funny you guys say that.
Brandy is an old man's drink.
Randy is an old man's drink.
I've been drinking it since I was a teenager. It's not that old. It can't be that old man drink.
Yeah, because you probably got it from an old man.
I like rum. Okay?
So
Rum.
is this new Picard movie? Is that going to flop like usually?
I
don't
don't
think-
know if Frakes directs it. It could do something good because Frakes has an eye for Star Trek.
I'm sure it'll probably be someone else directing it. I bet.
No, I hope Frakes directs it because he's in the director's pool. and it's Star
Yeah.
Trek. And Terry Matalas and him are very, very close.
I haven't heard anything about this.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's on. I'll share the link in private.
Yeah. I was going to do that, but I'll just share the screen with the link, dude.
Oh, share your screen.
Yeah,
Okay.
share the link. Open the link, share the screen.
All right. I had to mute myself and because Mrs. Val was trying to talk to me about something we picked up at the swap meet yesterday, which I want to show you guys because it's really cool. But as far as the card movie, I have no interest in it right now. I don't hate it. I don't hate the idea. I don't love the idea.
There you go.
Like I'm not shocked someone did that.
Yeah, with the face palm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of it right now. Is okay, really, you're gonna, they have finished in Nemesis, and now you're gonna go to that well one more time just because of season 3 of Picard.
Yeah, what are they going to have? A brand new enemy? They got the conclusion with the Borg already.
Yeah.
They got
What are you gonna do? Rehash the Borg for the millionth time?
The Q's already out of the question because Q died. Well, he's in the time, but still, Q's been played out. Borg's been played out. What else? Romulans? Nah, they're no biggie. Klingons? Nah, they're no biggie. They're played out already.
Right.
What the hell are they gonna have as the enemy?
I forgot I already took him out to the car, but I'll just tell you guys what I picked up. I picked up 2 Star Wars pillowcases. Yes, they are used, but these are 1979 pillowcases for Star Wars Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, damn.
And they are in very good condition.
How is that possible?
Really?
And,
how many dust mites are on them?
by the time I'm done with them, they're going to be 0 because I'm going to
dry clean them.
I'm going to dry clean them. I'm going to iron them to make sure they're nice and flat. There are people that have sold just one of these for $50.
Yeah, dry clean it, dude. It's worth it.
So I am going to put both of them up for about $50 on eBay. How much do you think I paid for them?
$5.
$5.
$1.99.
40 pesos.
Holy shit! That's like $2.
$2.
Yeah, that's about $2.
Yeah, damn.
I got it right. $1.99.
So yeah, you were the closest, NB, and I'm like, it was the only thing I ended up buying the entire time we were down there, and we were down there for like an hour.
That is a deal. Wow. Then you go to the phone. It's like, hey, how much would I get for this? Like, hell no, sold.
Okay, I have to give Mrs. Vile credit for it though, because one, I needed a new. Okay, when I have stuff in my back seat down in the back of my van, I put a sheet down to kind of cover everything up. But my last sheet got kind of trashed, so I needed a new sheet for the back of the van, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money on sheets. Mm-hmm. So she goes, "Oh, why don't you look through this pile of bed linens that this person has?" And I found a nice purple sheet for the back of the van because I like the color purple. Hence why even right now a lot of stuff for StreamYards is purple. But then I saw a Star Wars pillowcase, and I was like, "Oh my God, is this a reissue or what?" And I'm checking the tag on it, and no, it's a genuine 1979 one. I was like, "Holy crap!" And then she goes, "Well, make sure see if they have both." So I started going through, and I found the second one, and I'm like, "Yeah!" So
nice.
It was definitely. The fact that I found these were all Mrs. Vile because she's the one who told me to look in that area, and she's the one who told me to look for the second one.
All right, guys, I'm gonna check out of here. I got a couple things I need to do, and got to make sure I go out and hit the SUV, turn it on so it gets started because damn, dude, it is freezing as fuck out here.
Your weather, I forgot about that.
Yeah. All right, you guys take care. I'll see y'all next time.
Bye,
Wrap
Bob.
warmly when you do it.
Bye, Bob.
Bye, Bob. Well, if anyone else wants to join up, link should be pinned. At least at the YouTube link. I don't know about Twitch or Facebook.
Or X.
Or yeah, because you're doing it on Twitter.
Yeah. I'm just looking at these volcano pictures in Grindivalik. Check this out.
Trying to share a link.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, where's that at?
That is in Grindavik. That erupted this morning.
So Greenland.
Yeah.
Just say Greenland next time. Not everyone's going to know the name of the town.
Iceland. Sorry, Iceland.
Oh, I assume by the name it was Greenland.
Yeah.
House was
on fire.
See, and that's why you just say the name of the country, because not everyone's going to know the actual town name.
Yeah, not everybody knows Iceland town names. That's right. I think it'd be easy if I just showed the picture instead of the live feed. Like, damn. Yeah, these houses right here, you can see my mouse, they are on fire right now.
Well, no shit.
Yeah, I was been flowing.
That whole town was going to be gone.
Yeah.
So we got war, fire, natural disasters. Great. Now we're going to have more people trying to say the world is ending soon. Oh, I have to tell you this a lot here. You might find it funny. I'm sure everyone else who doesn't like this stuff isn't going to find it funny. I had to pick something up for Mrs. Vile at one of the malls here in San Diego. And my kids decided to go with me because, they're teenagers and they want to go to the mall. So the girls went off and did their thing while me and my son were walking around. We decided to hit up Target at the mall. And right in front of the entrance to Target was a group of some religious denomination of Christianity, basically harassing every single person who's walking inside. Basically telling them how they're going to hell, that they're sinners, that they're, all that kind of stuff. So I told them I didn't want to deal with them on my way in and just shut the fuck up and leave me and my son alone. Well, of course, on the way out, the guy that was trying to harass me was now in a heated debate with some teenagers because apparently he was telling them how the teenagers were, sinful, ugly people who deserve torture and punishment and everything. So I walked up right behind him and I screamed at the top of my lungs, "Stop trying to touch little children." And he turns around, looks at me like I had just shot him, tries to be like, "I'm not trying to touch them." And I just flipped him off and I walked away. But everyone in the area started laughing at him because he's literally, by teenage kids, I'm talking about, he was literally, yelling at 13, 14-year-old kids, maybe even 12 or 11. I mean, what type of person goes to the mall to do that kind of stuff?
Somebody who is messed up in the head.
So, yeah. And then at least when the Jehovah's Witnesses were also there, but at least they weren't yelling at people trying to tell them how horrible they were. And I don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan of Jehovah's Witnesses either.
Okay, that reminds me. He's trying to find that post. Hang on a second.
Uh-oh. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to switch to the other device so I can go outside and smoke again.
Okay, I'm going to try to find that Jehovah's Witness post. PC, you still there? Physically or mentally?
Mentally, I guess.
Wow, that's a first. Somebody's mentally here. How's that possible?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably going to split here. get ready to eat and stuff.
Yeah, I still have to eat breakfast. All I had was a banana.
All right. Yeah, I'll catch you guys later.
Okay, later, dude.
Later.
And Dandelion, you're not coming up? You should come up and say hi or something. I know you said hi in the chat, but I can hear you barely. Barely heard that, dude. You need to yell because I cannot hear you anymore. I barely heard that. Can you hear me?
How about now?
Yes, I heard the word now.
No. No. No.
Here we
Sorry,
go.
wrong thing. Switching from the phone. So yeah, I was asking, what should I watch first? Finish Doctor Who, or watch Echo?
Echo. I
Sorry,
found
was
the
that
post.
are you saying Echo?
Watch Echo.
Okay. Echo.
I found the post for you.
All right, let's see if I can bring it up while I'm on the phone.
Viagra helps.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Hero.
Okay, I may have told this story before on the stream, but so what, I'll tell it again. Back when I was in high school, I lived in my dad and stepmom's guest house. Yeah, it was at the bottom of the hill that a lot of these houses were on. And the hill was fairly steep, so usually people didn't go up the hill. But since I was at the bottom of the hill, people would go and knock on my door, including Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons. And one time, I had just gotten home from work. At the time, I was working nights. So it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I wanted to go to sleep. And at the time, I basically slept in the nude. Well, I hear a knock on my door. I throw on my tattered green robe. I answer the door, and of course, it's, either, I can't remember now if it was Mormons. I think they were Mormons, not Jehovah's Witnesses, but either way. They, said, "Oh, can we come in and talk to you about Jesus?" And the little voice in the back of my head was like, "Fuck with them." I sat them down on my couch. I went to sit on my chair, and I let my robe fall wide open. And you should have, these guys were doing everything possible to not look at my junk. They would look at every single place, giving a very scrutinizing look over every tchotchke and picture I had on the walls.
It's like a car wreck. You can't look away. Hey, I need some more coffee. Be right back.
Oh, no, now I'm all alone. But yeah, as I said, Daddy Lion hasn't watched Echo yet either, so I don't know. I also haven't watched Secret Invasion all the way through. I think I watched only the first 3 episodes.
I'm sorry. Are you talking to yourself? Because I said I couldn't hear anything. I said I'll be right back. I need coffee.
Talking to myself.
Oh, okay. I come back in here. I'm like, what the hell are you talking to? Nobody's here.
But I haven't watched Secret Invasion. God, there's a lot of things I haven't watched.
Don't watch Secret Invasion. It basically has nothing to do with the Marvel timeline. It's stupid. It's dumb. Hey, Basco.
Well, maybe that's why I only watched. As I said, I either watched the first 2 or first 3 episodes. I don't remember. God, what else haven't I watched that I want to? God, I need my list.
Oh, I haven't finished season 2 or 3 of La Brea.
I've been watching all the Marvel stuff in timeline order. I just finished Hawkeye again, and she enjoyed Secret Invasion. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed Secret Invasion.
Yeah, Echo takes place right after Hawkeye.
Yeah, trying to watch everything in timeline order is going to be weird because you're starting off with Captain America, then you're doing Captain Carter or Peggy Carter or whatever they called it. Then you're doing what? Captain Marvel or Ant-Man and the Wasp, technically, because of the stuff that happens in the 80s. I don't know.
It's been a while since I looked at the actual canon order. It's too early. I still
Well,
haven't
I'm
eaten
sure,
breakfast.
timeline order.
Oh yeah, Critics' Choice Awards tonight. That's something not to watch.
Now I'll get right on not watching that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big award show person. At most, I'll watch a recap of the opening monologue, and that's about it.
Especially when Ricky Gervais hosts the Oscars.
Oh, Ricky Gervais, that one, you had to watch a lot of that one because Ricky Gervais just led into those guys.
I know. It's just. Have you seen his latest stand-up special?
No, I haven't. And Mrs. Vile watch the new Trevor Noah one.
I haven't seen the new Trevor Noah one. I just recently watched the Armageddon, which was funny as shit.
But yeah, I don't know. I loved Ricky Gervais doing that stuff because the funniest part for me is, hey, you guys paid me to be here.
And the thing is, he would never cancel the show because he believes you guys showed up in snow and heavy rain. I might as well show up in snow and heavy rain. That's the thing. He would never ever cancel the show unless he's sick. Everybody else would cancel the show, but no, Ricky would just go his show up his own way. He told a little story about having to fly a private plane when he could just cut through the tram. But he made the show.
Have you seen The Invention of Lying?
That sounds familiar.
It's one of his movies.
Oh, the guy who lied. Yeah, the guy who only guy in the world who can lie.
Yeah, it's about a version of the Earth where nobody lies, and he ends up being the first one.
Yeah, now I remember that one.
Yeah, I loved that movie. That was so fucking funny.
I cannot tell the truth. I can lie.
But knowing Ricky Gervais, I'm also shocked that I didn't expect it to go that way.
Oh, I didn't
All
say
right,
that, didn't I? She said Disney Plus lists them in order.
he is. Or join up.
Or what up?
I think this now.
What is this now? You're roboting.
I said, what should we talk about now?
Oh, I have no idea. Well, NASA doesn't plan on landing anybody until 2026 now.
Well, I can say something that was kind of interesting this week. One of my stores is closing down, one of my Walmarts.
Oh, no.
And because I got the notification that the store was closing before the store did.
How?
And they wanted to make sure, that I knew about it before I went to that store. So yeah, Walmart tells the companies that work work inside that they're closing before they told the frickin' employees.
Oh my gosh.
But later that night, I'm looking at the news to see if, because it was announced on the news as well. And I go, I click one of the links about it to a YouTube video where they're talking about the 2 stores in San Diego that are closing. One of them's, both of these are on leased land, so these are leases. They're not ones where Walmart owns the land. Because if you know anything about Walmart, they try to buy the land before they build something.
Yeah.
Well,
The
both
people
of these are.
protest, and people protest say, no, not on this land.
I did not bring myself up. Bring me up. Can you still hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, but both of these are also, quote unquote, high theft stores. Okay. And to see the comments on the YouTube video about it was just kind of disgusting, because literally people are like, oh, they're only closing it because of the theft. I'm like, no, it's not because of just because of the theft. I know from experience working at both of those stores that yes, they are high theft stores, but I've seen their numbers because they got them in the back room. Even at the highest amount of theft they ever had, their total shrink theft was only 40% of their total shrink. That means 60% was because of them fucking up. And I can tell you that because one of the things over the holiday at one of the stores that they decided to close, due to a computer error, the store accidentally ordered $30,000 worth of one of my clients' products. This is a computer error. This was not human error. This wasn't, the store's problem. They did an update to the computer. The computer forgot to, or added a 0 to something. So instead of ordering 3 pallets of something, they ordered 30 pallets of something.
Ouch.
The total value of these items was approximately $300,000.
Damn.
Now, I know this because it was one of my clients' things, and they sent me to this store to facilitate a buyback, which meant that because the company knew that the client knew that it was an error, so they told Walmart, hey, you ship them back to us. Yes, it'll cost you about $5,000 to ship it back to us, but we will reimburse you the full amount of the product, which was $30,000. Okay?
Okay.
What do you think Walmart decided to do?
Sell it at a discount?
No, they decided to hire another company. They paid them $2,000 to take all 30 pallets to the dump.
What the fuck? Who's smoking what?
The reasoning behind it was shipping it back would have cost them $5,000 total, and they would have gotten the 30 or $300,000 back. This way, it only cost them $2,000 to get rid of the product, and they get a $300,000 tax write-off.
Oh my
Because now
gosh.
that store threw away $300,000 worth of brand new, never opened product right into the dump because it was $3,000 cheaper.
Yeah, that's why I say, who was smoking what?
When I see that, and they're saying, well, this store had, $12 million worth of theft over the last year, and I'm like, you guys threw away $300,000 worth of stuff in one day. Not to mention the over $1 million worth of product I throw away for this store every year.
There's a Safeway that's been open for over like 20, 30 years here in the Fillmore district. It's right over the hill. Some tourists go to it. Locals been shopping there for years. They're saying they're closing it down because they're saying high theft. There's been 3 thefts within this year so far, right? That's why they're closing it down. But all 3 of them have been caught, so they have no loss in shrinkage, and they're still closing it down because an investor has a great deal to make an apartment complex there.
Elihu, once stolen, they don't sell it. It counts as a loss as far as they're concerned. Trust me. I talk to the claims people. I do a lot of work with them because of me being a merchandiser. I got to deal with that all the freaking time. But it's just, the stores are incredibly wasteful when it comes, and Dandelion has it right there, very wasteful.
Yeah.
They don't care about that kind of stuff. And the thing is, when they report their shrink losses, they get to tell everybody it's all theft, when a large portion of that is them fucking up. At least a third of their shrink is because they fucked up somewhere. A couple of years ago, at a store I was covering out in Arizona, when they sent me out to Arizona, I caught 2 Walmart employees having sex on a pallet of cereal. So they threw out the entire pallet of cereal, even though it wasn't open. I mean, and that was like a $5,000 pallet of cereal. I don't know. It's just, I see this stuff, and I hate to see it being blamed on theft when it's not entirely theft. Especially when some of the comments were literally like, well, one of the comments a guy said was like, well, let's face it, most of the theft is from darker skinned people. I'm like,
Common contents of the store itself. Hey, I found a cool little 30-second video. Well, 24 seconds. 24 seconds, actually.
What is it about before I play it?
The volcano.
Oh, the volcano. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to do something stupid.
Nah, I'm not going to do anything normal.
Dandelion, that's pretty much it. Because when it comes to their shrink losses, at least on average, a third of their shrink is theft, and a third of their shrink is because of their own fuck-ups. The other third is stuff like stuff going bad or not selling or customers accidentally breaking it, that kind of stuff. And there are some stores where it's estimated that half of their theft is actually done by their own employees. So that should tell you other things. Uh-oh. Who's Holy Ghost? I don't know them.
Neither do I.
Tell us who you are in the chat before I bring you up, boss. Let's see. What's your video?
This is drone footage.
Wow. Yeah, but tell us who you are before I bring you in, because I don't bring in people I don't recognize. Do you know anyone that's on one of our usual channels?
I do not recognize the name.
I'm a big cereal spokesperson. Well, hold on. I'll go ahead and bring you up, but I got to do something real quick. So let me, I'm going to switch devices real quick.
And he left me alone. See, look at that. At least you don't have to look at that white nipple vial Mike picture. Just a strong, handsome, muscular guy. Oh shit, the bald guy's back.
All right, I'm back. And yes, I heard every word you said. Oh, hold on. Well, I'll bring you up anyway. But as long as you don't do anything stupid.
California.
Okay, well, so tell me about yourself, boss, since I don't know you. And other than California.
I went to California. I ate the cereal. It made me very sick. I went to Burger Stand, In-N-Out, double animal style, strawberry milkshake, instant calorie death, California.
So basically, you're just going to troll us a little bit? Okay.
Okay.
That was interesting. At least that wasn't one of those trolls that just tried to spam stuff or say stuff that could get me banned. That was interesting.
Let me guess. You had your finger on the button.
Well, no, I didn't even let him go. He left on his own.
Oh. Okay, I had no idea who that was.
But that was an interesting troll. I figured so much worse stuff was going to happen.
That's why I asked. You had your finger on the button, right?
At this point, my coffee is more brandy than it is coffee.
My coffee is more coffee than it is coffee.
Yeah, super random. As I said, I've had much worse trolls. So,
okay.
what was that troll that was bugging a bunch of us a few years back that just tried to keep saying the N-word?
I forgot. Shit. Okay, you actually try to make me remember something.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Your memory's like Swiss cheese.
It's not science related, so why would I remember it? There's no need.
All right.
To quote Bill Nye the Science Guy, grow the fuck up.
Don't feed the trolls. But then Justin Timberlake will die. Sorry, he's the only person I can remember who voiced one of the trolls in the troll movies.
Oh, I've never seen a troll movie.
I've seen one of them, and it was with one of the Vile kids. I can't remember which one. I think it may have been Caddy, but I haven't seen any of the other ones. And I think there's 3 now, isn't there?
I know there's more than one. That's what I said. I've never seen a troll movie. I don't pay attention.
Okay, yeah, there's 3. There's 2016 Trolls, 2020's Trolls World Tour, and 2023 Trolls Band Together.
Okay. I don't know what sequels. What do we need? Like, is it gonna be? Is this the new Land Before Time?
No, because at least Land Before Time got more than one or only one theatrical release. I think all 3 of these were theatrically released.
Oh.
But I don't know.
In the words of Kelly Bundy, case of rum, case of rum.
Well, if no one else is going to come up and Dandelion's the only one interacting in the chat, I might end the stream early. Go back to sleep.
Sleep, strange concept. What's that?
It's where we turn off our brains for a short period of time, unless you're dreaming.
How do you turn off your brain?
Well, you do it.
Your brain's active when you're dreaming.
You do it with THC.
Ah.
Or maybe you're like one of those animals that sleeps by shutting off half their brain, and then so half their brain is still active, but the other half is sleeping, and then they switch.
Why you call me a dolphin?
I didn't remember which animal it was, and even Dandelion said I'm heading out on a hike in a few minutes anyway. Well, I hope you enjoy your hike. I'll go ahead and end the stream. We can do a long one next time, but hopefully I'm not going to say anything about that. Anything else you want to say, Eli, before I go?
Yeah, don't waste your time watching Fast and Furious 11 when it comes out.
There's 10 of them?
Yeah.
Sorry, I stopped watching like around 5, 6, 7, somewhere around there.
I just read Fast and Furious 11 is in the works. I'm like, oh no.
What are they going to call it? F11?
I have no idea.
All right, so which one should I play with the end the show?
Let me know this time so I can remove my headphones.
I did let you know last time. You still didn't do it fast enough.
Headphones are off. Play.
Which one?
Either or. It doesn't matter. They're all loud.
All right, we'll do this one. I like this one.
More singing, more voices.
Help the Klingons, hoorah! Hejem tafle deja I, Ejam sotas gos vaskrar baitik, Epajaj la mojaj push, Jaj keles molo michok chu boo.
All right, you're 19 years old now. I figure it's about time you got one after all your complaining. And just for shits and giggles. All right, I'll catch you guys next week. Later, folkses.
Later, weirdos.